and welcome to the first motorcycle travelogue video series of the season for 2011. My name is Rob Kelly. My wife and I recently moved from Vancouver, British Columbia up to Comox on Vancouver Island. In other words, we moved from the big city to the small town. So I thought it made sense that for the first tour of this year that I would base it out of my new home here on Vancouver Island. So I started by referring to a book that I've actually owned for quite a while, which is called Destination Highways. This is a series of books actually. There's a Destination Highways for British Columbia, there's a Destination Highways for Washington State, and there's a Destination Highways for Northern California. This is a series of books written by motorcyclists for motorcyclists. And what it does is it ranks the top roads in your region numerically. It has a series of criteria including twistiness, character, volume of traffic, scenery, quality of pavement, and it gives each of those criteria a number, and it adds them up and it ranks the roads in your region by quality. So I checked this book out in reference to where I'm living now and discovered that within about 45 kilometers of my home is the number 4 motorcycle road in the entire province. It is Highway 28, linking Campbell River with Gold River. And so yesterday I went on a tour of the road, I shot some video, and I'd like to share it with you now. I began the tour by traveling the 45 kilometers from Comox up to Campbell River. It's a coastal community much like Comox, and in fact is known as the salmon capital of the world. And they have beautiful, beautiful beaches and a great place to travel and to visit. That's Campbell River. So from Campbell River, I traveled east on Highway 28. Highway 28 links Campbell River to the community of Gold River. And it's this Highway 28 that Destination Highways refers to in their book as the number 4 best motorcycle road in the province. Highway 28 leads you through Strathcona Provincial Park, which is a large provincial park here in British Columbia, and in fact is the oldest provincial park in the entire province. It's everything you would sort of dream a provincial park would be in a beautiful place like British Columbia. It has pristine rivers running through it. It's lined with majestic ridges of mountains still filled with snow. And it has incredible waterfalls at sort of regular intervals along the road where you can pull over. Just a beautiful, beautiful park, and you can see why they have preserved it as a park for now over 100 years. So eventually I arrived at my final destination, which was Gold River. Now Gold River is an interesting town in that 45 years ago it didn't even exist. It was a custom-built town for the major pulp and paper mill that it had operating there at the time. And it had a heyday through the 70s and 80s and early 90s when it had a population of maybe 3,500. But in the late 90s the mill closed permanently, and overnight the community lost more than half its population. Today it only has a population of less than 1,500. And since that time, in the last decade or so, it has struggled to remain a functioning town. Gold River has 3 industries that it relies on to exist, none of them particularly big. The first one is a log sort down by its waterfront. And I enjoyed quite a few minutes observing the big machines moving around and lifting massive logs like they were nothing but a little stack of toothpicks. Another industry that Gold River relies on to exist is fish farming. They have quite a few large salmon fish farming operations just outside of town in Nootka Sound. Another industry that Gold River relies on to exist is tourism. There's amazing backcountry opportunities in the region immediately around the town. There's backcountry camping, there's backcountry hiking, and there's backcountry kayaking. And in fact, Nootka Air is the airline based in town that will fly people to some of the more remote places where they can begin their backcountry adventures. So after exploring Gold River for a while, it was time to head back, so I turned the bike around and headed back along Highway 28, the same road that I had come out on. Being that I now knew the road a little bit better, I tended to attack the corners a little bit more and push the bike and my own abilities a little bit more, and it made it a lot of fun. I stopped at a few places and just enjoyed the scenery. It was just an incredible experience to be in Strathcona Provincial Park on such a beautiful day. I eventually arrived in Campbell River and then rode the 45 kilometers down to my home in Comox. So it was a great day, just a one-day tour. Hope to do more tours in the season, and some of them will be multi-day, but I hope you enjoyed watching this one as much as I enjoyed preparing it for you. And again, for anyone who lives or wants to travel in British Columbia, Washington, or Northern California by motorcycle, I encourage you to check out Destination Highways. It's a great series of books, and it really allows you to ride like a local when you're in these places, and you get to experience the very best roads that the region offers. So again, Destination Highways. But thanks again for watching. Hope you enjoyed it, and we'll see you out on the road as the summer continues. All the best.